no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. Peep it style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look. He's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Once again, Judkins. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready.
On 1st down, here's Judkins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. An inside run with Jenkins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
Ready. Blue lady.
Now Winston. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 3.
Black 25.
They give up the middle. Jenkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And this play will be blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 38. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Winston. That is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Roma Dunze, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Next to score, Cardinals 7, Chiefs 0. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
What? Nice one.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
One incomplete. The Chiefs in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to DK. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Ready, shot. Ready, shot. 13. You.
Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Ready. Get up. Ready. Ready, shot. Ready. Ready, shot.
Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. T. Higgins, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Manning, he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
3rd long always tilts to the defense, and I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. know where the sticks are, and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Winston now from the 50. And the Chiefs are going to get it. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to a quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jameis to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, Winston. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
First down, Arizona.
Winston then. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard
line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there. They were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him.
Kyle Pitts from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. But let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's
caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. This is 2nd and 8.
5 on 50. 5 on 50. Ready, flip, flip, flip.
Throwing, Winston. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Winston. He'll try and do this himself. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Winston. And this is incomplete.
Intended for Rome Odunze. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. These two teams in this 1st half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Now Lamar changing the look. They go play action with Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This one caught downfield by Higgins. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey. Yo. Go.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Bates' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. These offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Montez Sweat with a tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Sit hot, dot. Middle, middle. Sit hot. Hey, sit hot. Hey, sit hot. Hey, middle, middle, middle. Hey, sit hot. You. Sit hot.
Jackson down. Open man, that's Fulton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
180! You change it.
Now it's Jackson. This one swung out to Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Brings up 4th and 1.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready? Flag, let's do that. Flip, flip, flip. Green, triple C. 5 on the 50. Green, triple C. Wait,
Here's Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. This is caught. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Wait. Ready. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Come on. Sunday. Let's go.
Jameis again. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Judkins is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he's stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Judkins. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Calling the game. second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Jackson. Caught left side, Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And, boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he threw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swan? It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the gun, Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Jackson will throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Yo. Hey, middle.
Back to throw again. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Fresh is on the glow. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Front and back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of CEOs. Turning money up to a whole nother level. Hustle, don't know no better. When I got rich of these down. Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust me. space if the rats on the camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Bates' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Winston. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Winston. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Winston to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
Ready? Back, put it back. Let it go.
Again, here's Jenkins. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Ready? Blue lady.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Cardinals 28, Chiefs 27. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. 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 Go. You.
Jackson to throw. Pass complete to Higgins. And now they get the timeout call. So they got one of the big plays that they needed. Can they do it again? Help change that dial.
What a play there. You got to use that timeout, though.
48-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. You change it. Ready. Ready.
One last shot for Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Arizona, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and